Hey everyone, I read a book that was so good. I have to review it. It doesn't even come out until September, but I'm so excited about it. And honestly, I think it is going to be the best book of 2013. So I would suggest you pre-order it on Amazon now because I loved it. And mine is on pre-order on Amazon right now. So anyway, it's called Thin Space by Jody, Castella, and I want to thank Simon & Schuster and Netgalley for letting me read it before it comes out, September 10th. Waiting for that day, September 10th. I picked it up because of the cover, which whatever, you're not supposed to do, but I did. It was a really good cover, and also because it sounded like a really interesting paranormal sort of a book. Basically, the description said that it was about a teenager who recently lost his brother, and he's trying to find a thin space, which is the connection between the world we live in right now and the afterlife world, just to kind of communicate with his brother because he just passed away, and so sad. Anyway, so I guess I was expecting kind of like a teen paranormal book, but that's not what I found at all. I found a book that is just as good for adults as it is for like typical YA readers. So good. So it did have the paranormal aspect, but what I loved is that that's not what the whole book was. The whole book also dealt a lot with the process of going through grief and the process of losing someone. And I just thought that the whole book was kind of like multi-layered. There's a lot of different things going on in it, and I loved that. So there was the paranormal piece, which was pretty good. There was the just process about how to deal with grief as a teenager because as teenagers, not many people have actually experienced losing someone that they love, and just how isolating it was for the main character and stuff I thought was interesting to read about and pretty realistic as well. So there's that whole paranormal thing. There's kind of the process of dealing with grief that was just a huge part of the book. And then also there was a little romance piece, which just I really have a problem with books when that's all it's about is the whole like romance between all these characters, and it drives me nuts. Sorry if you guys like it, but it drives me nuts. And so I love that this book could have perfectly stood alone without the romance piece. This book could have been perfectly fine without the paranormal piece. But it was just like the combo of like all three of those aspects that just made it an incredible book. The author is incredible. I kept tweeting her while I was reading the book, and really the book took me less than 24 hours because it was so good. So I don't know what else to say about it, but honestly, I loved it. Probably the best book of 2013. I hope I read more books just as good as this one, but it was so good. I don't know what else to say other than that you should read it, and you should join Netgalley so that you can read it before September, because that's a really long time to wait, and I feel really bad for you because it's so good. Ah. Okay, bye.